Hello everybody and welcome to our last Crusade, or the Rise of a New World episode uno. That means one in like Spanish or something. Anime review. It's also a card game. This anime is, typical fantasy trash, and I love it. I mean that in the best possible way. I'm going into this not expecting a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, just a bit of fun, and that is, from the looks of it, what we're going to get. It looks like it's going to be harem-y. I mean, it looks like the things that, proper top-class anime wouldn't have, but screw it, man. This is about fun, and that is, I think this show is going to bring fun. Like, proper, accessible to everyone fun. I think I'm going to enjoy this, despite my gut telling me not to. So, there's that. Anyway, let's jump into the episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. So the episode opens up with basically an explanation as to what the hell the world is like. So there's a thing called astral power that makes witches and stuff. There's two countries, the Empire, they hate the witches and want to kill them all. And the other one, which had a lot of words, so I'm going to look it up, it's the Nebulous Sovereignty, and they like the witches and they're going to protect the innocent witches, and those two places are at war because they, of their differing viewpoints and stuff. However, it's like all those voiceover of, I presume, the main male character, the main female character. Main male character wants to end the stupid war because there's no point of it. The female character, she wants to end, the discrimination and all that. Very lofty and admirable goals indeed. Then we go to, this is like a year before the main part of the story. The main dude busts this pink girl who is a witch, we learn, out of prison. Lets her go free, gives her some money. And then he gets arrested for it. Presumably this pink girl is going to show up again. And I say that just because she has a somewhat, distinct design. She's probably going to show up again. I don't know if she's in like the posters or the trailer. I can't remember. I did watch it, I promise. But I can't remember if she was in it or not. But I assume she's going to come back. Maybe she's like on the witch's side and she'll be like, no, that's the guy that saved me. Let's be at least a little bit friendly. He got arrested, as I said, and they say, okay, you're free to go out of jail. This is like a year later now. You're free to go. Well, you're not free to go, but you get out of jail, but we got a mission for you. Basically, go kill this super witch called the, was it Ice Calamity Witch? Ice Calamity Witch, that was it. And then he was all like, okay, I need 3 people on my team. And I'm like, okay, who are these 3 people? Well, we'll get introduced to our caricatures, our people in a brief sec. Suddenly, cafe. So there's white-haired dude whose name is Jin, or Jin, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's one of the dudes that is Iska, who's a black-haired guy. He's the Kirito clone, It's obvious to make the joke, isn't it? He does look like a Kirito clone. The clothes as well. Usually it's just the face. Now it's the clothes as well. Seriously, look up like his outfit and then like Kirito's outfit in like the newest season. They look pretty damn similar. Like, I'm not going to say identical, but very similar. He goes to this cafe to pick up this girl with red hair. What was her name? Nene? Nene was her name. I guess she part-times as a soldier in between her waitressing gigs. Who knows? The 3 of them reunite and they get a new... the 4th member of their team is they just call her captain. Like, it would be nice to have gotten a name. Like, just a bit of text being like, here's the character's name. That would have been kind of nice. But we didn't get that, unfortunately. Very sad. But she's there too. Presumably she's the oldest and she was the leader in their initial incarnation before, Iska got arrested and stuff. But hey, they're back together again now. They banter, sort of get a handle for the characters' relationships with each other and their personalities and stuff. Jin is like a tsundere. What's her name? Nene is she's very huggy. She hugs him twice in this episode, so that's that. And the captain is a lolly, basically. Lolly big boobs, we'll call her. Let's go with that. On their way, they discuss what the mission is. Basically, Iska's been kind of screwed here because this Ice Calamity Witch is really, really strong. She's probably the most powerful witch of all, and they've sent him to deal with her. However, it might not just be because they want to get rid of him, it's also probably because they have literally no other plan on how to deal with her. Luckily, they don't have the witches team. They don't have any information on Iska because he's been in America jail. Why did I say America? I promise that was bad. I'm sorry to any Americans. I didn't mean it. Iska, they don't know about Iska because he's been in prison. He was like I forgot what they called it, like a saint summon, a really strong dude basically. But obviously he got arrested, so he's an unknown variable, which is that's pretty good at least. He again is still like, I want to end this war. You know, my dream hasn't changed. He's determined. I'll give him that though. They arrive at this reactor that's unfinished, which because you know all the people don't have time to finish it because they're too busy fighting the witches. Nene then reveals to us that she's an engineer and she knows all these technical terms. I'm sure that'll come into play a lot later on, which is, you know, there's that. Jin says like someone needs to forcibly end the war even if they're hated for it, you know, because at the moment they're just fighting because they've been fighting for so long. They've almost forgotten why they're fighting, is how I take it. It's emotionally driven. They're like, we don't like you because we don't like you. They probably don't even know why they don't like each other anymore. So hopefully your boy Iska can do something about it. Hopefully. I don't think it's going to happen in this season though. I'm saying that like it's not going to get another this anime series. You know what I mean? It probably will in the source later on, but for right now it's not, is what I'm trying to say. They head out yet again in their car to meet up with the front unit when suddenly they get attacked by some mages. Shock and horror. There's only 2 of them, but then more like sprout out of the ground because they were in the mud, because they had mud magic, I assume. However, there's an anti-magic smoke screen going off. Don't think it actually did any anti-magic. It just seemed like a regular old smoke screen to me. But whatever. Iska and Co knock them all out without too much trouble. The animation seemed fine, you know. Like later on in the bigger fight this episode, we'll talk about it a little bit more. But the animation just seemed fine. Which, hey, I'll take just fine. It was pretty good. Who is this Silverlink? I forget which studio this is. But it looked alright, you know. I don't have any major complaints, which is a good thing. They knock them all out, and then a golem shows up with a maid on it. Maid's name was Rin, I think. I can't actually remember, but I think that's what it was. Maid shows up. Iska is like, I'll fight her by myself, and once again, they leave, and then he pretty easily defeats the golem and the maid as well. So that's, you know, I was expecting more of a scrap from that, I'm going to be honest, but hey, Iska's pretty damn strong, that's for sure. But then, before he can, you know, it looks like he's threatening to kill the maid lady, but he's probably not going to kill her because he wants peace and all that. He's not killed anyone. During the scuffle earlier, they only knocked out all the witches, no casualties. So that's good as well. They like bonked him on the head with a sword. Like, they might have a concussion, but they're alive, so there's that. And then the Ice Witch, whose name is Alice, shows up. I'm like, so we got a Kirito clone and a girl called Alice. Like, I'm not going to relate everything. That's the last thing I'm going to do. But it's like, what a coinky dink. You know what I'm saying? Coinky dink indeed. So she freezes like all the nearby trees as a show of power, and it's very impressive. She's got that old ice magic power. Her full name is like Alicia's or something. She's got it's a shortened name is Alice, because she says her name later on. It's like, okay, I'm not going to remember that, so you're just Alice from now on. He was being stalled by Rin and the others while she was off destroying the reactor, and destroy it she did, or she froze it in ice. It probably still works, right? Nothing really to worry about. They both say, please surrender at the same time, basically. Do their introductions, start the fight. She has like ice unlimited blade works. Then his sword, he pulls his second sword out. Turns out that also has unlimited blade works. Just swords flying left and right. It's pretty cool. He says they scrap for a bit more. He's like, if I give up here, who's going to end the war? And she's like, what? He wants to end the war? Maybe he's a good guy, basically. And then she says about more scrapping. She says about how she wants to take over the empire so that then there's peace. You know, it's one banner where, you know, there's going to be no infighting, no nothing. Unite the world, basically. And then he's like, what? Maybe she's good as well. And then she like slips and falls off a rock, which, you know, considering she's meant to be the strongest mage ever, seemed very clumsy. But I guess she was thrown off guard with how, crap, Iska might be a good guy. So she fell off and he catches her proper like bridal style, and I'm like, I would like to be in the mind of the maid of Reen at that moment. Like, you're meant to be having a fight to the death here, and she's like, why do you guys look like, why are you Romeo and Julieting this? And that is basically what they're doing, I'm going to be honest. And then they retreat on a griffin. Like, yeah, a griffin just shows up out of nowhere, and I'm just like, why is there a griffin? What? Kind of weird. Didn't get why there was a griffin, but I guess mage, magic. My guess is that the mage kingdom is going to be more magic oriented. And we've seen like the other one. They got guns, they got cars, they got security cameras. So it's going to be probably more technology based, is what I get. But we'll call this round, this match, a draw, because presumably they're going to fight a few times. Or maybe that's it. Maybe they're best friends now. Who knows? But we'll call this one a draw. We then go to everybody's favourite kind of scene. It's Alice in the bath. It's a bath scene, and it's, you know, when you see a bath scene in episode 1, you know what kind of trash you're watching, and I love it. She's thinking about him, and that makes her all annoyed, because she's all like, oh, maybe he's alright. And then she gets all annoyed and is like, damn it, I want to go see a movie. And it wasn't a movie, it was the Opera House. But it looked like a movie ticket, I'm going to be honest. And the maid is just, Reen is just like, yeah, okay, I guess we'll go. She's also like an heir, she's like a princess or something, probably should have mentioned that. And then Reen is like her maid as well, I guess. She cries a lot at the movie, the opera. It's about, the plot is also very interesting. It's about like the princess falls in love with like the enemy knight or something. I'm like, geez, I wonder if art will imitate or life will imitate art, if that's going to go on. She's crying a lot. Her handkerchief's all wet, how much she's been crying. Thankfully, a kind, mysterious stranger offers her a handkerchief to use. So hopefully that goes well. I wonder who that mysterious stranger could be. Of course, it's Iska. We all saw that coming. And they just like lock eyes and like, eh? Should probably mention, this opera is in like, it's called Neutral City. So presumably you got the Mage Kingdom, you got the Soldier Kingdom, and then in the middle you got like Neutral City. That's sort of how I see it going down. Anywho, yeah, that was where the episode ended. I'm looking forward to the shenanigans that are going to arise from them being like, wait a minute, you're you and you're you. Like, I'm going to guess they're going to be, she's going to sort of want to fight and he's going to be like, can we not? I'm off duty, you know, we're in a neutral kingdom. I don't really want to, let's just talk about the show. How about that? Let's talk about the show instead. Let's do that. And eventually that'll lead to them talking about how they want to save the world and they're both good guys. And they're going to be all like, well, do we really have to kill each other? You know how this shindig goes. That's how I think the episode's going to go. I could be wrong. That was where we ended. If I would say, am I enjoying this show? Yes. Would I say this is a good show after one episode? No. Like it is got all the trademarks of a meh fantasy show. But I quite enjoy meh fantasy shows 90% of the time, so I'm going to have a good time regardless, so it's great to be me. Anyway though, what was my favourite part of this episode? Let's check it out. I'll keep this brief because we just talked about it. My favourite part is the two of them meeting at the Opera House. Probably doesn't say a lot when the last scene of the episode is, you know, my favourite part, but you know, we're very much in a building stage for this. I expect this to be an alright show. Hopefully they don't faff about for too long being like, I have to kill you because my country demands it or something. Hopefully let's not do that for too long because we both know you're going to team up. Like let's not josh about here. We know where this is going. Let's not waste too much time. You know, I'm not going to believe that you're going to kill each other because you're going to be the best of friends and then you're going to fall in love and you're going to have a baby that will rule both countries. That's my official prediction. I'm calling it right now. Probably not going to be correct though, but what can you do? Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the first episode. Did you think it was trash like me? Did you think it was good trash like I did? That's the real question. Does the main character look like Kirito, or am I just overthinking it? Who knows? Let me know, as I said. I'll see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.